Wish I was back in Texas.
Have you ever wondered why Sandy Cheeks stays in Bikini Bottom instead of enjoying a great life in Texas? Is she evil?
SpongeBob, Patrick.
Don't worry, Sandy. We've got
Perhaps a bit clueless? Or could she be teaming up with Plankton to cause trouble in Bikini Bottom? Well, together, we're about to explore this mystery because there are 5 theories suggesting her dark side. These ideas aim to uncover the hidden secrets behind Sandy Cheeks and figure out what might be going on beneath the surface. Before we get right into it, let's quickly jog our memories on who Sandy Cheeks actually is. So, who is Sandy Cheeks? Well, Sandy is a good buddy of SpongeBob SquarePants. She's from Texas and talks with a southern drawl. To live underwater, she stays in a bubble dome and wears a special diving suit when she's outside. Inside her dome, she rocks a green and purple bikini. Other characters need water helmets when they visit her. Sandy is super smart, always making cool inventions. She's tough, into karate and bodybuilding, and even a rodeo champ. She's also tight with Patrick Star, SpongeBob's friend, though sometimes Patrick annoys her, just like Squidward does. Sandy brings a lot of interesting vibes to Bikini Bottom. But beyond this interesting vibe, could there be a dark evil layer lurking beneath the surface? Well, we're about to find out in these 5 theories, starting with the more mild, evening-like dark to the darkest, midnight quality dark theory. Let's go! Number 1. Sandy makes evil plans. The first theory of lovers of the Bikini Bottom world is the theory going around that Sandy, the friendly squirrel from Texas, might not be as nice as she seems. In one episode, she cleverly tricks Plankton with some sneaky plans, which left SpongeBob and Patrick in surprise. What's weird is that after fooling Plankton, she says, "You can never fool a squirrel from Texas," and then laughs in a creepy way, kind of like the Joker. It's strange because we usually think of Sandy as one of the good characters in the show, but this episode shows a different side of her. Interestingly though, there seems to be more to this story. Could Sandy actually be a secret bad guy? Is she working with Plankton on evil plans? It's not clear, and that's what makes it so interesting. Maybe she's not just this normal squirrel who likes to live her normal life. There could be something mysterious going on beneath the surface. This whole thing adds a new twist to Sandy's character, leaving us wondering what surprises might come up in future episodes. 2. Sandy made Karen. Also, in another episode, Sandy's computer looks a lot like Karen the computer. Now, computers aren't a thing in Bikini Bottom, but they sure are in Texas. It leaves one to wonder if Sandy might be helping Plankton, who's basically the enemy of the whole city. Number 3. Chimpanzees. In an episode called Chimps Ahoy, 3 chimpanzees show up, claiming to be Sandy's bosses. They tell her that if she doesn't come up with a new invention, they'll stop giving her money and send her back to Texas. Sandy looks all scared and nervous, like she's being pushed into doing something she doesn't want to do. Now think about it, chimpanzees and squirrels both live on dry land, right? In this episode, they're working together, and some folks wonder if these chimpanzees are actually in charge of Sandy. Maybe they're the ones pulling the strings, making her do things to mess with Bikini Bottom. It seems like there's a whole lot more going on between the chimpanzees and Sandy than meets the eye, and some people think they might be the ones behind her actions. Number 4. Sandy wants to go to Texas. Let's dig into the 4th theory, and this one is a very dark one. It's about Sandy and her desire to go to Texas. Now, here's the idea. Why doesn't Sandy just go to Texas if she really wants to? You see, in many episodes, Sandy really wants to go back to her home in Texas. The big question is, why is she so eager to get there? Some people think that there might be something blocking her way, or a big reason why she's still in Bikini Bottom. Sandy does a bunch of experiments every day, using lots of gadgets and doing weird things behind SpongeBob and Patrick's backs. She breaks world records underwater, tries out hibernation, and comes up with amazing new inventions. But here's the twist. What if there's a dark reason behind all of Sandy's activities in Bikini Bottom? It's like there's something fishy going on, pun intended, making us wonder why she hasn't headed back to Texas already. Now here's an interesting thought. What if Sandy wants to go to Texas for something not so good? Some folks say maybe she's planning to take over Bikini Bottom with Plankton, or even do something harmful to the underwater folks. Why, you might ask? Well, in a few episodes, Sandy teams up with Plankton and uses SpongeBob like a lab rat. It sounds crazy, right? Plankton is a scientist, and guess what? So is Sandy. They're the only two scientists we really know of from the show. I mean, scientists do typically work together, so maybe that's exactly what's happening down there. Some might even say that Sandy and Plankton might be plotting to take over the whole world. It's a bit of a weird idea considering we still don't know why Sandy lives underwater. Some say there's a fishy situation going on, pun intended again, especially since there's no real reason for Sandy to stay underwater when she could easily live in Texas. Think about it. Sandy's a scientist, right? She needs a bunch of stuff for her experiments. But here's the real head scratcher. She's living in Bikini Bottom, a place where she can't really do those experiments. Why stick around without the things she needs? If she heads to Texas, she can find labs, other scientists, and all the resources she wants. Yet she's still down there. Now, some people believe that Sandy's got some secret mission going on. There's always something going on with her. She's constantly trying to invent stuff, but it doesn't add up if she's just studying Bikini Bottom, because honestly, her inventions seem kind of pointless for that. It's like there's a fishy side to Sandy's story. You get the point. Making you wonder what she's really up to beneath the ocean waves. And maybe, just maybe, there's more to her story than we know. Number 5. Sandy goes to the moon. Now, let's get into the final and probably the darkest theory I have. And this suggests that Sandy has a dark secret involving the moon. Imagine this land-loving chipmunk squirrel, Sandy, wanting to go to the moon. It's a bit peculiar, right? In one episode from the first season called Sandy's Rocket, she was all about this moon mission. Now, when SpongeBob knew about it, he wanted to join in, but Sandy said no.
I'm going to the moon, SpongeBob.
The moon! Can I go?
No way, SpongeBob.
Some folks think that there's more to it. Maybe she's hiding something up there, like treasures from Bikini Bottom. One might even wonder if she's not from Texas, but maybe another planet. Of course, we're not sure about that part, but it's not that hard to believe that she might have some mysterious secrets. Another thing that makes people think she's up to something is her not-so-nice puff gun. Sandy claims it's for harvesting moon rocks, but hold on, a moon rock can easily be carried in a rocket, right? It doesn't add up. SpongeBob and Patrick used a similar gun to catch their friends, proving it can be used for more than just moon rocks. People think Sandy didn't make this gun by accident. It seems like it was meant for shooting at others. Plus, there's talk that there's no proof of aliens on the moon, adding another layer to the mystery surrounding Sandy's lunar interests. Now, why would a squirrel need a puff gun like that? It's a head scratcher, and get this, Sandy said she went to the moon twice. Twice! Now NASA, the big space people, went to the moon in 1969 and never even went back because it seemed like there wasn't much more to learn. But Sandy, she's been up there twice. Seems a bit fishy, right? No comment. In any case, there are my own theories about why I think Sandy Cheeks is not the nice little squirrel you think she is. If you agree or disagree, let me know your thoughts in the comments section and tell us why. I hope you enjoyed this video and don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, cheers!